So I want to tell the story about how I got my Franklin guitar. In 1981, I started playing steel. I got a Showbud Pro one at the local store. I paid on it monthly with the money from my gigs until it was paid for. And by 1989, I was ready for a Franklin. I'd heard about them, I'd seen them. It's like, well, that's the kind of guitar I would like. So I drove down to Nashville in 1989 and found out where Paul Franklin Sr. lived. And I asked him, I'd like to buy one of your guitars. Do you have any? He says, well, I have one. I'll bring it out for you. So he brought it out, this guitar here, set it up, beautiful. And he says it's for sale, but he says this is the first one I made with cutaway corners. He says, I'm so angry at when the camera scans across the stage, and just before they get to the nameplate, they cut it off, and nobody gets to see the name of the guitar. So this way, if they start at the other end of the guitar, they'll see the cutaway corners, and it'll be the only one that has cutaway corners. So at that time, he said, I'm going to keep making them like that from now on. So I went home and thought about it, and it's like, I got to get this guitar. So a friend of mine was going to Nashville, so I said, can you pick up the guitar for me? I'll send him the money, you bring it home, I'll meet you at the Detroit border, and I'll pay the duty and tax. I was still way ahead with the price of a Canadian guitar at the time. So turns out Paul Sr. Became ill and didn't make any guitars for a while, and of course didn't make any more with the cutaway corners. A few years later, I went back to see him to make some adjustments on my guitar, check everything. And he said, I forgot that I had made that guitar. I said, well, nobody's going to believe me. I made up a sheet with some writing on it, and I'll show it to you. And I got him to sign it. First of all, I got him to sign the picture of the guitar. There's his signature. And then on this form here, I put this single neck Franklin steel guitar number 130, purchased 1989 from Paul Franklin Sr. by Rainey Brasso, was to be the first of many guitars made with the cutaway corners. The decision was made to discontinue the cutaway corners. Therefore, Rainey has the only one. So I got Paul to sign that as well. Just so there was some proof. And even his sister and Paul himself questioned it when I put it on the steel guitar forum, and they found out from their dad that really happened. So they put a message and said, we heard that it's true, Rainey, so we're happy for you. You have the only one. So I've enjoyed playing it. It's a beautiful guitar. I get a lot of compliments on it. And I've always wanted to tell this story. It's a great story. I sat at the kitchen table with both Paul and his wife. They showed me photo albums. They were so nice, just nice people. And that's my story. I'm glad to share it.